Peterson heaving one down the sideline, and he's got Cass Allen over the top. Big side, down the sideline. Touchdown. His signature move and his signature performance. Allen, deep ball one more time. 58 yards this time.
You're listening to the Bruin Bible. This is your host, Will Decker, bringing you UCLA football content all throughout the year for LA Football Network.
What is up, Bruin Bible listeners? This is your host, Will Decker. We've got a very special sponsor to lead us off. We got BetOnline. BetOnline remains your number one source for all your baseball betting needs this season as it is officially opening day. Get analysis of every play, prop, and point at BetOnline. You'll find the latest odds, bracket contests, team matchups, and game trends at BetOnline as a whole. BetOnline is your baseball, basketball, football headquarters this season. Head to our website today and use our mobile device to sign up and receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Be sure to use your promo code BELIEVE to receive your bonus pay. BetOnline, where the game starts. Now to the Bruin Bible. What is up, Bruin Bible listeners? Is your host, Will Decker. Spring practice number 5 officially in the books. I was out at the Wasserman Football Center watching everything unfolding for UCLA. A lot of good things going on, a lot of great things going for the defensive side of the ball too, which is encouraging. Let's dive into it just from the start. 2 best quarterbacks today, and it was close. Justyn Martin had a phenomenal second day of practice this week, matching his Tuesday practice. He was more accurate in today's session and Tuesday's session than he really was the first week. The first week, there's a couple throws he would miss. You could see the talent. You could see the raw ability. But now he's starting to stack up these great days, man. And it's just the accuracy. And the offense transitioned to more of a red zone setting today. So we got to kind of see how they would interact. He had just a great, time down there. He had a beautiful touch pass to Jack Peterson. He had a touchdown pass to, I believe, Kyle Ford. That went for about 30 yards. It was a masterful performance. And, I mean, if this was your first day watching spring ball, you're going, this guy's got a real shot at taking the starting QB spot from, Garbers and Moore and all these other guys. Garbers had another great day too. And I think both of these guys, Justyn Martin and Ethan Garbers, the great thing that Chip Kelly does is he gives each quarterback, whether it's Chase Griffin, whether it's Colin Schlee, Moore, whoever it may be, they give these guys a lot of reps to prove themselves in practice. It's not like the old school mentality where you've got to, practice with the scout team to get reps. Every quarterback gets reps. A lot of these quarterbacks threw for probably 25 to 30 times a day with all the drills included in 7-on-7 and 11-on-11 drills. And, Martin and Garbers, they were probably upwards of 65% on their passes. Very fluid, making plays, doing big things. Ethan Garbers, I would still peg as the number one guy. So he very consistent, very accurate. He just knows where everything is at all times. He has the highest awareness of any of these quarterbacks, being in the system for 3 years. And, I mean, we were watching the target drill where they've got 3 kind of buckets. You got to put the football into a very tight window. And Garbers was nailing those things. I think he had 5 or 6 bullseyes where the ball went into the small portion of the net that it can go to. He was unbelievable again, moving the offense down the field, always making the right reads. It felt like he had a beautiful, cutback route to Braden Pagan, who we'll be talking about in a little bit. So Garbers looked great. Dante Moore, I know everyone wants to talk about Dante. Dante, he was good. I mean, the thing that I keep telling people is this quarterback room is so loaded, and we have to give Dante some time to work up to speed. I would rather have Dante looking great in fall camp with, the job really on the line in fall camp, because this competition is going to extend to that point, then learning it now because he's 17 years old. He's still learning the offense. He had some missed throws, but the elite flashes were there. There was some red zone plays where he just fit the ball in some tight windows that it's just like 17-year-old isn't supposed to do that. The accuracy, the decision-making, some of the rollout decisions he made, he rolled out to his left, kind of faked the defense. The whole defense kind of had to shift and adjust. This kid's advanced, man, and it's just it's so difficult to predict where this quarterback battle can go if all these guys are humming, because we've been talking about it all offseason. This is the deepest quarterback room UCLA may ever have had, when it comes to, the 2000s and whatever it may be. So keep your eye out. But today's winners in the quarterback room were Garbers And Justin Martin turned another solid day. More not too far behind, but he still was behind those two guys. So a lot of great things going on in the quarterback room, running back room. Two main guys stood out again, Carson Steele and TJ Harden, but I've kind of found something that may give Harden the edge. Harden reeled in 3 passes today, and his pure pass catching ability, I think, is a plus from that of Carson Steele. And I do think that may give him an edge to get, more snaps on offense than that of Carson Steele, just because I think he is more of a hybrid running back where he can run between the tackles, get you 8 yards, and then catch a swing pass, a screen pass, whatever it may be, wheel route, for 10 more yards. Carson Steele looks great running the football. I think he can catch the ball if it does come down to it, but I just think Harden has another gear as a pass catcher that Carson Steele does not have right now. So that is something to watch. We got to see a little bit more of Anthony Adkins, who I'm very, very high on. Big tailback, 6'3", 250. He had a couple nice runs in practice today. Colson Yankoff was out there as well. He did some nice things that flashed. So I would say, once again, I said this on Tuesday, I would have TJ Harden as RB1. And I'm contributing that factor more so to the pass catching, what he can do in the receiving room, just adding another threat that might just give him the threat over 1A as opposed to Carson Steele's 1B right now. So all great things out of the running back room. Receiving room, we've talked about it too. Deepest room we've had in a while. The two main receivers that stood out today were Kyle Ford and Braden Page. And Kyle Ford, like I mentioned, that 30-yard touchdown catch he made a couple other really nice catches on the outside. He looked very, very solid. And it's very encouraging that Ford is coming along in a nice manner for UCLA. He, is a big-time transfer coming from USC, the crosstown rival. And he had an excellent tweet the other day. I want to make sure I can pull it up for you guys, where it just tells you how much he's loving being a part of the UCLA lifestyle. It came up, and it was basically, I'm telling y'all, ... And it was just one of those tweets where, he's clearly referring to what UCLA has in the bag, and it was right after practice. Kyle Ford's excited to be a UCLA Bruin, and I think there's a lot of great things to look forward to with this guy. I think he's going to have a really solid season for UCLA, and these practices, he continually just makes big plays in practice every time. So Kyle Ford is a guy that's standing out. Braden Page, initially I thought, Sturdivant, we're going to get to him in a second. He was fantastic again today. Sturdivant and our guy Kyle Ford on the outside, those are the two guys that we really believe are going to be kind of the 1 and 2 options right there. But it's going to be really hard to keep Pagan off the field, man. Pagan, 3 or 4 more catches today throughout practice, consistently getting separation, huge frame. I mean, is this going to be a quarterback's best friend? If it doesn't happen this year, this is going to be Dante Moore's main target moving forward. So a lot to like with that. Logan Loya looked good today. There was a bunch of others. And then the pass catchers, Jack Peterson really had a solid day. 3 or 4 catches for Jack Peterson in his now second season for UCLA. This was his best practice today. Caught a touchdown pass on a beautiful touch feed, from Justyn Martin. I think he had a nice catch in the red zone from Dante Moore. He was doing good things today. So Jack Peterson is a name to kind of watch out for on that front. Maliki Matavo caught a touchdown pass today in the red zone as well. So tight end room is as advertised. So a lot of good things going on there. Offensive line, it's looking solid. I think they still need to add some bodies, and fingers crossed, the spring transfer portal is opening up for college football May 1st football fans. So we got to keep a sharp eye on that. We just need to add a couple more depth pieces, in my opinion. If we can do that, there's no reason this UCLA team should not win double-digit games this year. I'm being completely confident. This team is deep across the board. The O-line, I'm very confident about Duke Clemens, the center. I'm very confident about Holstige, the guard coming from Purdue. He's looked very solid. DeGiorgio, I've even liked what I've seen from him at right tackle. I just need a couple more pieces, especially because injuries are a part of the game in football. We would never wish for anybody to get injured, but this is a violent game. People are going to come in and out of the lineup. We need to have depth there, and that's what I'm worried about most. So if we can add just a couple more depth pieces to the offensive line, sky is the limit for these UCLA Bruins on offense. I'm very, very excited. Defensive side of the ball. So Grayson Murphy went down today. He was down on the ground. Looked like he may have been injured. Was able to get back up, though, run back to the sideline. Doesn't look like anything too serious, so we're very, very thrilled that our boy Grayson is doing well and fine. I think he's going to have a stellar year for UCLA, so really looking forward to that. Jake Heimlicher, he was lining on the outside, the Pennsylvania transfer, lining on the outside, went into the inside a little bit. So they're moving him from defensive end and maybe to the interior. Maybe that's a sign to how weak the interior of the offense or the defensive line is, but some good things going on there. Liatu Latu just looks the part, man. That guy's going to be a defensive player of the year, candidate for the Pac-12. A lot to really like with that. Best player I saw on defense today was Darius Muasau. Interception in the 7-on-7 drill. Had a pass tipped. Unfortunately, it was caught by Cam Brown, but still made the play on the football. Brown just reacted quicker with that. And there was a play where Colson Yankoff was running an outside run to the right-hand side, and Muasau sniffed it out, and it would have been a clear tackle for a loss had this been some live football. So Muasau, I'm trying to tell you guys, he got comfortable last year, or he was trying to find his footing last year. He's now comfortable for UCLA. This guy is going to turn a major corner for UCLA, and you pair him next to Olufemi Oladejo, who had a big play today himself. That might be just something special that UCLA fans can really hang their hat on, as we're good at linebacker, especially with Ken Norton Jr. guiding these two guys in what they could potentially be. We're seeing a tangible jump from these guys. So I'm thrilled with the linebacking room, especially with John Vaughn's coming back, especially with Carl Jones coming back, Kane Madrano, you name it. All these guys coming back. Pass defense. John Humphrey made some plays. William Nimmo, I think, is a sleeper for the safety spot, especially if Jordan Anderson, it takes some time for him to kind of develop. Nimmo is quick out there, man. I really like what I've seen from Nimmo in spring practice. Former Modern Day product, safety on the back end. He brings a lot of great things for UCLA. He's really performed well in practice. So that's a name to watch out for. Davies had a nice breakup. Alex Johnson continues to be very, very consistent out there. Kirkwood, he's been inconsistent at times, but the talent is there. I'm really excited to see him get a full offseason in with Whitfield and D'Anton Lynn. So a little inconsistent, but man, the good flashes are very, very good. So if we can get Kirkwood, onto a consistent basis, I kind of compare him to, and this is an NBA reference for me, Jordan Poole for the Warriors. The highs are amazing. You're thrilled with what Jordan Poole can do, but the lows, they drive you crazy as a fan. I'm from the Bay Area. I'm sorry. I know this is Lakers country, but I got to compare it to my team. And I think Kirkwood's that. I think Kirkwood, if he could just find that middle ground like Poole can, we all think Jordan Poole can be an all-star, an NBA all-star. I think Kirkwood can be an all Pac-12 guy if he could just find that middle ground. So that's what I've got for today from practice number 5. I'm going to be out there on Saturday. I want to see people cheering loud, cheering proud for our UCLA Bruins, guys. There's so much to be excited about. I know I am one of the more positive people, I feel like, in my opinion, when it comes to UCLA every year. This year's going to be special. I'm really, really excited, whether it's Dante, whether it's the transfers, whether it's just every, position group really feeling deep. I just think this is the year that UCLA, has their best shot at breaking the all-time wins record for the program of 10 and maybe getting to 11, maybe even going to a Pac-12 championship game, as they don't have to play the likes of Washington or Oregon in the regular season. Just a lot to look forward to, guys. So stay tuned. We got everything coming your way. Bruin Bible, we are officially out. Is up, Bruin Bible listeners. We have another advertisement for you. We are so lucky to be sponsored by the great people at Athletic Greens. I started taking Athletic Greens specifically because I was lacking energy, lacking focus throughout the day, and needed some special pick-me-up ingredients to make things happen in my life. Athletic Greens has done just that. I've become absolutely addicted to the process. It has over 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source ingredients, probiotics, adaptogens to make your life easier by doing this during the day. I like to take it to start my mornings off. I like to do it before a workout. Makes you feel energized, focused, and just have a lot more energy throughout the day than I typically expected. Right now it's the time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition. It's just one scoop and a cup of water every single day. That's it. No need for a million different pills and supplements to look out for your health. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/LAFB. Again, that is athleticgreens.com/LAFB to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. Athletic Greens, a game changer when it comes to your health and your focus and your mindset.